So, hello and welcome to LastofAvari's channel. This story had begun in the beginning of the March, and now the month is pretty much ending, and I finally have got, as you can see, this package, which is indeed contains everything what I need to build it up, and I have a spare keyboard, pretty worn out, but it still works, and I bought recently just a cheap mouse for it. So yeah, I'll unpackage it. I already have opened everything, so I don't have to cut anything at all. As you can see, it's kind of squished, but it looks okay inside. So Raspberry Pi 3 Model B. It's kind of difficult to open with just one hand, that's it. Of course, that is not everything, but nice beginning. And yeah, that's the board itself. The story kind of was so quite long. As you can see, it was collected initially in UK and then sent to Minsk around 4th of March, and then it had arrived in Belarus, in Minsk, and then basically it was lying there a few weeks, I guess, like more than 2 weeks, because now it's 30th. And I've got, it wasn't kinda, I hadn't had any information about what's actually happening. As you can see, Royal Mail's website just states that it's in Belarus, and I've tried to use that pixelated here for security reasons tracking number. I've actually then checked it after that was kinda so long. I've checked it in Belarusian post, belpost.by website, and then at that website they required me to kind of verify details like what's in the package and address and stuff like that. But the thing is, what's kind of surprising to me is that they hadn't sent me anything like some kind of notification or paper like they did when I've got the Spectrum. So yeah, I had to check it myself, and that was pure luck because I wasn't initially going to. So I could maybe had it like 2 weeks ago, but yeah, that's Belarusian post for you. But anyway, everything is good, what's ending in a good way, and here you have HDMI cable. I have 2 cables, one for my computer, the second one is for PS3, which is lying here. And here goes this little box with the case. It's the opened model, so it has these cutouts for different flex cables, like here, this, let me show you this and this stuff, and for this GPIO pins. So yeah, it has these cutouts, so it's not closed, and I don't think I will have any problems with overheating, since I won't be overclocking it. And here, not the final actual part. Here is pretty huge box in comparison with the other ones, but here goes charger or power supply unit. At the time, on the 1st of March, on eBay, where I bought it from, SB Components, there were available only kits with 2 amp power units. But yeah, I think it will be just fine, because like my keyboard and mouse together consume about 310 milliamps, and Raspberry Pi consumes about like 800 and something, as far as I know, so should be fine with that. And I have, of course, this card with preloaded knobs, 16 GB, class 10, so should be pretty fast. And this leaflet, this letter from SB Components itself. Let me see if it's safe to show here. Maybe not. Basically, watch this corner. SB Components, nice service, terrible Belarusian post, but that lies basically far outside of their kind of powers. So actually good to have all that, and I will build that config and then resume the video on powering it up. So here's my little setup. The card is already here, and everything that's left is only to prepare the menu. Let me, this. And I need to select this actual stuff. Before I select it, I need to connect. Let me just plug it like that. Once again, quite difficult with only one hand. Oh yeah, we have got it quite right, and that's it. Raspbian, and you see that mouse is just alright, moves everything, and available about 13 GB. Already has Raspbian here. I think I will go with that, and maybe then upgrade it to something. Everything else is blocked, so just let me check it and install. Yeah, overwritten, including OSs that's already installed. Okay. So as simple as that. I can't say that I have no experience working with Linux at all, because I've used like Mandriva in the old days a bit, some Russian distros like Alt Linux, but it was like the last time when I were using that, it was like in 2000 maybe 11 or 10, where I had that kinda not notebook, Asus EPC 1000H model. So it's 99% and 100%, and copying files is finished. So we will see what's next. So I think that I have configured the network properly. As you can see, maybe you can see that my router is called Heimdallr. I'm going with that theme of Northern or Nordic mythology. For example, my Windows PC's name is Freyr. And here we have this, I think, Epiphany, right? It's not very good. I've heard that it's unstable and generally bad, so I think I will install something else, but for now, just for the purposes of demonstration, I will go with that. But for now, let's visit my own website. How about http dot colon / and www.lastofavari.com. Yeah, it's loading and even displaying kinda half correctly. It couldn't display properly Twitter's widget, supposed to be here, so I think it doesn't support JavaScript or something like that, at least not by 100%. So let's try visiting YouTube channel, my own, so we will not get any copyright infringement or content ID, preferably. Yeah, like my old trailer. That will be good enough to check sound. My sound now is set to pretty low value, because I don't know if it's like loud or and how much. Yeah, it's not very loud at all. What do we have here? Can I... Oh, it's sluggish. Yeah, I've heard that actually Chromium works much faster on Raspberry Pi, so it's not that surprising. But it supports HD, at least. Stop, please. Like, pause, no. Can you, like, do anything? Yeah, now it's better. So Epiphany is a pretty bad browser, but when it's loaded properly, the video is going good. 720p, 30 frames per second. So back to that stuff, and I will maybe look for something without voice. Something that's quite long, maybe. Like one of my Minecraft World Tour videos. Gym Procrastination Squad, maybe part 1, season 1. Let me actually check it, and now we'll try to run Minecraft. It's Pi edition, so it's like very cut down version, so it's not real Minecraft, but still, you know. Games, Minecraft Pi. Start game, create new. Yeah, it works, actually it works, and it's quite smooth, so you can see that we're running here perfectly fine, I guess. Yeah. We can fly, obviously. Draw distance is pretty low because it's intended for like the first one of the Pis. kept the title, and I guess just out of 4. Yeah, everything works fine. So now I can use it to upload stuff to YouTube. Only drawing 4 watts power and doing it completely silently. That was quite a journey. Of course, Belarusian post once again screwed up by not sending me any notification, but I've managed to think about that myself, even though that happened like just by accident. But yeah, everything runs great. Now, as you can see, maybe you can see, maybe not, but it's with just YouTube opened, it draws like 16, 14, maybe at times 21% of CPU load. And if I will run once again Minecraft, then it jumped for a second to 21, and let's start and load. Now it's 25. Let's try to run around a little bit at the same time. No, it's pretty low. 18, 20. Yeah. It's actually better than I thought it would be. So if you have something to say in the comment section, you can do that, and maybe you think something about my Raspberry Pi or Raspberry Pi in general. If you have one, tell me what are you doing with it. Maybe some cool project or something like that. Maybe just like cheap desktop PC replace. And yeah, feel free to share the video, like it if you like, dislike it if you bother to watch it anyway. And see you later.